Okay? And then in those cases, and then you have to sometimes reason about what the intentions of your human teammate is. We do this all the time. Part of the way we coordinate is we recognize the desires and intentions of other people. This is what's called a plan recognition problem. And so, our robots do partial plan recognition and then do teaming with humans. There are lots of details on that, but that's one kind of thing. Actually, this is another video of the workshop. This one I wanted to show you to say, here is a undergrad who actually worked on one of these projects, and he just went to one of the conferences and presented that. There is a YouTube video talking about some robot localization problem. You can look it up. I think I'll make these slides available so you can actually look at it later on. So that's something about what undergrads might be doing in this. One other project we have been looking at is what's called a crowdsourced planning problem, where other humans are trying to help a human requester about what should they do. Let's say in Boston they have like 10 hours to kill. Tell me something useful. Now, these kinds of problems require you to understand complex information about what people tend to like versus not like, that a robot may not necessarily have. This is common sense information. So for example, I have 10 hours, what should I do? Sit at the airport for 10 hours. It's a perfectly reasonable thing to do, to kill 10 hours, but presumably most humans won't like it. Okay, unless there's a bar and it's free. Okay, so the point is that other humans on the other hand have an idea of how to help them. However, humans have difficulty in figuring out all the little constraints that somebody might have said. I have 10 hours, but by the way, I want to be at this place at this point of time, this other place at this point of time. And since people are actually helping in coming up with a plan, they might be missing some of these constraints. And so we have a machine agent in this place, an automated planner, working with the humans to try and figure out what they might miss. So that's an interesting kind of project. That's not by the way, this is humans basically doing planning, so this is artificial intelligence. Because if somebody comes to the system and says, help me do a plan, and on the other side are this crowd of people. So as far as you're concerned, it's just a machine. Okay? And this is artificial intelligence for artificial intelligence. Okay, so recursion. Okay, and then, so the point is that the same issues that we talked about can also be handled in these teaming kinds of scenarios. The last thing I want to tell you, which is quite different, is imagine you have a whole bunch of data nowadays about public events, right? And so here's like a presidential debate, and then as people are talking, previously people used to talk about what's going on in the world.